Week 13 in the books, Michigan with a breathtaking victory over Ohio State on Saturday. Not many people saw that coming. Michigan with an incredible 45-23 win in Columbus. At the end of the game, Michigan Wolverines celebrating. The team plants their flag in the middle of the O at Ohio Stadium. What a signature win for the Michigan Wolverines. If there was any doubt before that Michigan, maybe they didn't deserve to be in the college football playoff, well, that doubt is now erased. And if they take care of business next week against Purdue in the Big Ten title game, expect Michigan to be a well-deserved college football playoff participant. The biggest thing that stood out about this game, and this is something that Joel Klatt picked up on, Ohio State was playing tight throughout that entire football game. It appeared that the Buckeyes were playing not to lose. They're playing not to make a mistake. And very rarely does that strategy ever pay off in college football. Michigan, by far, looked like the looser of the two teams. They were just going out there, letting a rip, and having fun. And you see what the end result was. Ohio State imploded in on itself in the fourth quarter. Michigan scores 21 points in that fourth quarter and goes on to win the game. So I was wrong about Michigan. They are too legit to quit. They rightfully belong in that college football playoff. And if they take care of Purdue next week, they will be right there in contention for the national championship. Now, immediately after the game, we saw some members of the national sports media already start hedging their bets and saying, well, I think we can all agree that Ohio State still deserves a spot in the college football playoff. Unfortunately, no, they don't. They got smoked on national TV in the last game of the year. And unfortunately, that kind of product they put out on the field is not worthy of the college football playoff. Quite honestly, there is no comparison with a team like Georgia, with a team like Michigan, with a team like TCU. There is simply no comparison whatsoever. And I would go ahead and say there's no comparison to USC either. This was not a close loss to a peer team. This was a butt whipping to a peer team. And based on what I saw on the field Saturday, Ohio State does not deserve to be in the playoff. Speaking of things that a lot of people did not see coming, Carolina beats Clemson 31-30. Spencer Rattler and South Carolina looked very strong against Clemson on Saturday. Coach Beamer gets his second straight signature win in a row. Back-to-back signature wins for Beamer Ball and South Carolina. You have to like the way that program is trending. Talk about ending the year on a high note. My goodness. You also have to wonder how much better they would have been had Spencer Rattler had another season at South Carolina just to get acclimated to the program. Rattler took a lot of heat at OU, eventually losing the job there to Caleb Williams, transfers to South Carolina, and quite honestly, the hopes were not very high. But I'll tell you what, the last couple of games, Spencer Rattler has really shined, and he has really shown what he is capable of. So I think that young man does indeed have a bright future. Congratulations to him and to Coach Beamer and the Gamecocks. Nice way to end the season. I think the 23 season looks very promising for Carolina. Now, looking ahead to the college football playoff, obviously nothing has been decided yet, but two teams are in if they win, and that's USC and TCU. Both of those teams, all they got to do is win their conference championship, and they are in the college football playoff, and deservedly so. Finally, LSU chokes on the road in College Station. LSU drops the game 38-25 to Texas A&M just when LSU had gotten up to that top 5 ranking, right on that outside line of the college football playoff. They drop a very disappointing game in College Station to the Aggies. Now, LSU still in the SEC championship game. They finished the season with a 9-3 record, 6-2 in the SEC. Overall, certainly not a bad year for LSU, but you have to be disappointed with the way the regular season ends. Hopefully you enjoyed yourself as much as I did in Week 13. I wish you all the best. God bless each and every one of you. I'll see you next week.